cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hey Virgo, welcome to your December 2018 tarot reading with me. As you can see, I've already got the cards laid out, but before we begin the reading, I just want to cover a little bit of the astrology happening for you as a Virgo in December. So we're dealing with Sagittarius and Capricorn season this month, and for you, that is your 4th house and your 5th house, Virgo. So the first couple weeks of December are centered around your 4th house of home, family, roots, and wherever you consider your foundation. So, you know, the thing about 4th house energy is that it squares you. And squares in astrology are not always the most fun. They're actually pretty harsh aspects. So they're 90 degrees. So Sagittarius energy is 90 degrees away from Virgo. And don't feel too bad, Virgo, because Pisces is squared by Sagittarius too. But Pisces has had Mars in their sign, so I didn't really feel the Sagittarius square that much because Mars was kind of helping. But poor Virgo doesn't have any planets in their sign, so it's just you out there in your isolation like a hermit, the Hermit card. So pretty much all you have, Virgo, is your logic and your, you know, wisdom to help you with this Sagittarius square. So, you know, lots of compromises within the home environment. Maybe there's some compromises going on within your family, maybe even with your mothers, because the 4th house is all about your mother energy. So yeah, Virgo, there was a new moon there in your 4th house, so if you wanted to set any new intentions about your home or where you live, that was like a great time to do that. And then we move at the end of the month to that very strong earth energy. I think Virgo is going to really establish a stronger foundation for themselves this month with Capricorn energy coming in. Now, Capricorn is your sister sign, so it's a fellow earth sign energy. And this is going to be your 5th house. So towards the end of the month, Virgo, everything becomes centered around, you know, your own pleasure. Even your children. We're moving from 4th house to 5th house. So this energy has everything to do with, you know, for those of you who have children that live with you, these energies combined, when you combine the 4th house and the 5th house, it's like how much pleasure is coming into your home, especially in regards to soulmate energy or children energy. This is the house of creativity. So the end of December is going to really spark some creativity for you guys in some way or another, because the 5th house is all about what we create. Some of you are going to be creating children, creating projects, just creating in general. That's that Capricorn energy for you guys. So what can you create now for your long term? And we are going to have a full moon in your, what is Cancer to you guys? That would be your 11th house. If Capricorn is your 5th house, then Cancer is your 11th house. So you're going to have a full moon there in the area of your community. So you guys could definitely be setting intentions to move, you know, at the beginning of the year. It looks like there's a lot of astrology to support that. If any of you guys are, you know, looking to change communities, or if there's just cycles completing collectively, because the 11th house is very collective. So you're going to have a full moon of collective energy. Cycles are going to complete at a very collective level for you, Virgo. So that's just a little bit of astrology. Before we get going on the reading, I did just want to tell you guys a little bit. When I started to record your video, I did Cancer and Leo, and then when I got to the Virgo reading, I was just irritated, okay? I just got I felt that with the Taurus reading too. So I don't know if it's because Mars is in Pisces and Virgo is the opposite of Pisces, but I was being a little bit aggressive, like with the cards. I'm like, okay, Spirit, one card, Spirit. Like, so I'm trying to figure out what that could mean for you guys as far as energy. Like, I don't know if there's some aggression or if you need to put your foot down, but I feel it. My energy feels different for the Virgo reading than what it's felt for any other sign so far. Very assertive energy, Virgo. When Mars is opposite of you, so there could be a lot of aggression you're feeling when it comes to relationships. There's a lot of aggressive opposition going on with you, so you know that might be why it's coming out of me in your reading. But I had to like force your cards out because there was all these I just got really irritated. Like, Spirit, one card only, please. No bullshit. So you guys could be kind of taking on that attitude in your own self. So if you want something in December, you need to let it be known. Do not be afraid to be assertive, Virgo. because Pisces has Mars, and Pisces is your shadow sign. So you need to be really assertive spiritually this month. I felt a lot of spiritual assertion, and that is Pisces and Mars and Pisces all the way. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if you pick up on any like aggressive vibes from me, it's just because the Virgo vibration right now, it's getting hit with a lot of aggression. Okay, you guys could be dealing with passive aggression from other people, so that's just kind of coming through me as a reader as well. So I don't know what the hell's up with that, but hopefully it kind of subsides as we get through the reading, because I don't like to involve aggression with spirituality. But there was just a bunch of cards that kept coming out, and it's like, this is a very important reading, so there's only 9 cards involved, but there was a bunch of cards that kept coming out, Virgo, and I'm like, look, Spirit, one fucking card, dude. And so there might be some kind of energy like that. You might have to tell people what you want and force it, assert it. Because once I got assertive, the cards came out how they needed to. Okay. All right, Virgo. So let's do this. Okay. We have the center of the reading here. Okay. This is where we're going to start. This is the heart of the reading. Everything here is centered around this energy. Let's see what it is for you. It's the Ten of Swords. It's really interesting. Before I started any of these readings for this month, I practiced on a Virgo friend of mine, and she also got the Ten of Swords in her reading. So it's like, that was weird to me to see that this card came out for you guys, because it seems as if Virgo is going through some kind of Ten of Swords situation this month. You guys could be feeling backstabbed. You could be going through back problems. I don't know if your back's hurt, okay, headaches, because I always see that one of these swords are in his head. So your neck, shoulder pain, you know, anywhere that these swords are, you could be feeling pain there, and that could definitely be a spiritual pain, because sometimes I feel like when we get sick, I feel like our pain is linked spiritually, okay? So this is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. You guys could be going through painful, the end to a cycle with an air sign, or maybe this is just your mental space, Virgo, because this is an air energy. So that tells me that this is what you're thinking in December. This is your thoughts. This is your mental space. So you guys could be thinking about a lot of pain. You could be thinking about betrayal or deception or feeling backstabbed, okay? But this is a very wounded energy. You guys, the month of December for Virgo represents the end to a painful cycle. This pain is over with. So if there's any pain that you're feeling in January or February, there is an indication here that that pain is happening still because of someone who wouldn't get up off the ground. The only negative side to the Ten of Swords, besides the fact that there's 10 swords stabbed into somebody's back, it really depends on the person going through the Ten of Swords. If it's a person who's more of that victim mindset, which I don't see you as that, Virgo. You guys are far too you guys criticize yourself way too much to stay in this energy longer than what is need be. You guys aren't Pisces, you guys aren't Cancer, so you know, when it comes to pain, you guys push through. So I see you guys getting up from this pretty fast. But I do want to tell you guys that the Ten of Swords can last as long as you want it to. This cycle can last as long as you want to before you finally decide that ending it is, you know, up to you entirely. The only way to get to the Ace of Swords, because the next card after the Ten of Swords will be the Ace of Swords. So in order to get this new beginning of mental victory, this new beginning of clarity, you know, we have to decide for ourselves that our pain is not who we are. We are not our pain. We are not the mean things that we're going through. We are not the words that we have spoken or said or that have been said to us. These 10 swords do not define us. So we see here that there's some light in the background coming in. So it's about the light at the end of the tunnel for a very painful situation that Virgos are going through. This is an ending to a cycle, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And again, this could just be your mental space. But Virgo, it is about getting up. December is about getting up from this pain and no longer being a victim. You know, not choosing to stay there and lay down there and accept defeat. Okay? So let's move to the South Node, Virgo. This is the South Node position in the reading, and this is the position of what you need to release, what you have mastered. This is a past life energy, and it's where you're coming from, okay? You can't learn anymore from this energy, so you need to release it in order to get to the North Node, okay? This is where you're from. This is where you're going. So let's see what the South Node is. We have the Four of Cups. So it's interesting. This card has showed up for almost all of my readings this month, and it's letting me know that there's a lot of emotional dissatisfaction going on because of the holidays. A lot of us are really in this deep contemplative energy. This is a deep contemplation here with this Four of Cups. This person, guy or girl, is sitting by a tree trying to ground their self. So it is somebody's emotional foundation. This is the emotional foundation for somebody. They're trying to logically assess their emotion, right? Virgo, this is you. And the thing about the Four of Cups is that there is an offer coming in this card. We see a very strange offer coming from the sky. It's like a cloudy figure. So this talks about, you know, a missed opportunity sometimes because you're so deeply contemplating on these three cups here. It could be a third party. These three cups represent three important things in your life in December. You could be releasing these three things. Maybe this is what you can no longer learn from. There is an indication here of overly focusing on something from the past that you can't learn anymore from. And you're going to know what this is, Virgo, based off of what you have outgrown emotionally. Because in your South Node position, there is this energy of feeling emotionally bored. Some of you are really tired of sitting on this hill. Okay, you've been waiting for maybe a love interest or even a friend to come up here to you and start talking to you. But the thing is, it's like, it depends on the kind of Virgo you are. Some of you guys are ignoring offers for some reason, you know, and it could be because you're emotionally unavailable or because you're emotionally, like, all these offers coming in, no matter where they're coming from, they're not the offer that you're focused on. This is someone who knows what they want emotionally. They know what they already have emotionally. So they're not exactly available. They're not exactly open to accepting whatever this cup is. But on the other hand, for those of you who are not resonating with that, this is the indication that you're focused on something that you want in December. You're focused on what you have and the fact that you need more of this. But just keep in mind that getting more in December, you may receive emotion from a very foreign place. Love and emotion could come from a very foreign place in December. But we do need to keep in mind that this is coming in the South Node. So where are you coming from, Virgo? A very emotionally dissatisfied place. Virgo is very bored emotionally. And you're being asked to release this energy because this is someone who's pretty defensive. Virgo, I'm a Pisces, you know I'm going to be honest with you. Pisces is honest with Virgo because we have to be. Just like you guys are honest with us. So you need to release a little bit of the defense that you're feeling. A lot of you guys don't realize it, but you are emotionally defensive. I mean, you have every right to be, Virgo. Look what you're going through in December. You know, you're going through endings. You're going through a lot of mental betrayal, a lot of pain, physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain, like lots of pain. Okay, there's a war that Virgo has been fighting, especially with Mars opposite of you guys. So you are being asked to release your defense, okay? Let down your guard a little bit, especially for those of you who want offers to come in, because there are people and places and things trying to offer you things, Virgo, in December, but you're really occupied somewhere else. You know, you're kind of daydreaming, or you're thinking so much about one thing or person that these other offers are almost non-existent, if that makes sense. So you're being asked to release that. I feel like there's nothing more that you can learn from these three cups down here. There's nothing more you can learn from being emotionally bored or wherever your foundation is emotionally. You're being asked to release that. So basically, this person needs to give up on the thing that he or she has been thinking about in order to, you know, get up and basically walk away from that hill and walk away from that tree. So I might explain that in a different way soon, but basically I feel like there's something you need to release about your emotional foundation, because you've already mastered this energy, Virgo. I can tell you every Virgo has mastered the art of emotional defense. You know, you guys are not extremely open to, you know what I mean, guys. You're not extremely open to the water because you're an earth sign. Don't worry, Taurus and Virgo are the same, or Taurus and Capricorn are the same way. It's a part of your birthright. You are meant to ground yourself and be stable, Okay, so there's just something unwelcoming about water. And so you guys might not be offering these, you guys might not be accepting these cups of emotion from people. And I think it's just because you're emotionally unavailable. So there is something that you've mastered about being emotionally unavailable. Basically what that means is that you've been emotionally unavailable for far too long. You've been in this pain. This is actually causing you pain. Sitting here, you know what I mean? And it's like you need to release this in order to get to this energy, which is the moon and the Hierophant. Speaking of Taurus, we do have Taurus here. Some of you guys are headed towards a Taurus individual or a Pisces individual. We do have Pisces and Taurus. These two cards came out together. I do see an indication here of someone with a Taurus moon. So you could be headed somewhere with a Taurus moon individual. You could be headed somewhere that has something to do, you know, maybe you're headed towards a Taurus moon. Maybe you're headed towards a Taurus or a Pisces or a Cancer individual, because this is Pisces and Cancer. But Virgo, if that doesn't relate to you, then you are headed towards somebody, your soulmate. This is a soul commitment. This is an emotional commitment, okay? Whether it's a Pisces or a Taurus, I don't care what the zodiac sign is. This is something that you can commit to at a soul level, okay? So let's take this one by one. If you're headed towards the Hierophant, you're headed towards something traditionally, some kind of marriage. Some of you guys are, if you would release this energy, if you would stop waiting around for that perfect cup of love, and actually consider the cup that is trying to come in here from a it's very strange though. Maybe the person isn't exactly your ideal partner, okay? Maybe they're a bit different. Maybe they're very different from you. But it's like, you know, remember what I said about just staying in, you don't want to stay in the Ten of Swords in December. You definitely want to close that cycle out before 2019. So there's a clear indication here that if you let down your defense, if you release this foundation, you're going to head right towards a marriage commitment. You're going to head right towards some kind of spiritual union, okay? Because this is a priest here. This is some kind of marriage. Now, it could be a secret. Because the moon, if it doesn't mean Pisces, this sometimes does talk about some kind of secret lover, some kind of secret commitment, secret marriage, okay? You're headed towards maybe a Pisces. Maybe you're headed towards the full moon at the end of the month. But I do see someone here with a Taurus moon, someone with Pisces and Taurus energy. But to me, something that all of you can relate to is the soul commitment. Something that Virgo can commit to at a soul level. It may be something that you can't see. There might be some kind of hidden commitment here, but this is the direction you're going in, Virgo. The direction of Taurus and Pisces and maybe Cancer, but this is quite literally Taurus and Pisces. So wherever you're going next, it could have a lot to do with Taurus and Pisces energy. For some of you, or maybe it has to do with your emotion. Maybe it has to do with your intuition. But again, you have to release this energy. And I feel like this has a lot to do with this Ten of Swords. So a lot of your pain, a lot of the betrayal here. Maybe you, okay, some of you guys are unavailable because of past pain and betrayal. You know how it is, Virgo. You guys immediately know somebody's darkness. Like, you know within the first 5 minutes of talking to somebody what their ulterior motive is. It's very hard to get by a Virgo because you guys are also very, very spiritual, okay? That's why the moon and the Hierophant is here, because there is a lot of spirituality here to you, Virgo. So when I get the Four of Cups, I always want to look at what's around the Four of Cups to see why this person is emotionally unavailable. And it's because, Virgo, you've been hurt a lot, you know, and that's why you're not exactly open emotionally or even emotionally available, because there's been a lot. Maybe some of you guys just went through breakups, divorces, separation, okay? And that's why you're not exactly eager to accept this new emotion, this new cup of love, this new opportunity, whatever this cup is for you guys. And it's like you need to release this because there's nothing more you can learn, and so that you can get to the future of your soul, something that you commit to at a soul level. It doesn't have to be a partnership. This is just, maybe it's a project, maybe it's your job, something, you know what it is, Virgo. When you commit to something at a soul level, like there's a difference between commitment and soul commitment, you know what I mean? So this is something you can commit to in a very deep, deep way. Okay, and it may have to do with something that comes in around the 22nd of December, because that's when the full moon is. We do have you headed towards the full moon. That might be the completion of a cycle, where you allow something to complete finally and you're able to commit. There's some kind of marriage here. Maybe there's an indication of a divorce for some of you, because I see the Hierophant and the Ten of Swords. That to me could be a separation. So yeah, you're definitely headed towards something you can commit to at a soul level. The Hierophant and the Moon. Interesting, Virgo. We'll come back to that, because I feel like there's something being hidden there. But, you know, I need to respect your energy. I don't want to dig too far into that moon's energy, because it's hidden for a reason. So we're going to move into this part of the reading here. These are your wings, okay? And I'm excited to see what your wings are for December, because you're an angel, Virgo. You are the Virgin of the zodiac, so you already have wings. So this to me is what's helping you fly in December. It's helping you within stability, basically. It's your stability for the month. So let's see what your right wing is. Well, look at that. We have you, Virgo, the Hermit. The Hermit. And I actually remember this card coming out because my deck wasn't listening to me. My deck hasn't been listening to me very well in December. So I had to get pretty assertive. I had to force you out, Virgo. I was like, one card. No more decks. Don't give me like 8 cards, Spirit. Give me 1 card, and then boom, the Hermit flew out. So there is something here about you being forceful, in a good way. Like, you need to really assert yourself this month, Virgo, whatever that means. Asking for what you want, in a very, very powerful way. And it's almost like borderline demanding it. I mean, and I think it's because you guys have gotten the short end of the stick for far too long. And when you get the short end of the stick, no, there's only so much a person can take before they start really demanding things, okay? So quite simply, the Hermit, maybe there's another Virgo. If this isn't you, then there could be another Virgo on your side helping you take flight. There are certain angels assisting you this month, specifically the Archangel, I believe that is Archangel Raphael in the Judgment card, but it could also be Archangel, it's a different Archangel maybe, but I do see Archangel Raphael if any of you guys work with that angel. But Virgo, come on now, this is you on your own side. One of your wings, like, you're an angel, so of course you help yourself fly. A lot of Virgos I know have been alone in their life, like, you know, they had to grow up really fast in their childhood, and they had a lot of responsibilities from an early age. So what I'm seeing here is it's definitely on your side this month. It's going to really help you take flight, to turn your back, quite literally, on all the pain you've experienced in 2018. Leave it in the past, Virgo. Reflect as much as you can on the newfound wisdom that you have gained through this pain, through this betrayal. You see how the Hermit is not facing the Ten of Swords? That's because there's no wisdom there. He or she has turned their back to this lantern. You're walking away. Now, I do want to mention the Hermit card talks about isolation. So it's not just Virgo. It's also talking about wisdom. It's also talking about solitude and reflecting, being a bit, you know, alone in December. And so this is showing up on your side. So when you're going through this much pain, when you're going through endings, it sometimes is best to engage in your solitude so that you can ground yourself and kind of reflect and, you know, not really deal with as much outside noise. It's very important in December that you guys are getting alone time, whether it's 5 minutes or an hour, like anything you can kind of fit into your day-to-day routine, Virgo. It's important for you to just experience silence and solitude so that you can reflect on everything that has fucking happened over this month, last month, this whole year, basically. You know, so it is on your side this month to be wise and to be alone, to engage in solitude. I do see that you went through the majority of this pain on your own. But it's perfectly okay to turn your back on that energy this month because it's no longer serving you, Virgo. So it's going to help you take flight in December. Your wisdom is going to help you take flight. Wings of wisdom. Your wings are very wise, so you're flying towards a much wiser area in your life. Pain makes people grow. You know, pain is a symbol of survival and experience, and that is also a symbol of wisdom. So your pain has made you stronger, it's made you grow, especially someone who can handle this amount of pain all on their own in their isolation. That is a spiritual warrior. Okay, you are very strong, Virgo, to have handled this mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, all on your own. Very wise individual that I'm reading for here. So yeah, there's a Virgo here on your side that's going to help you take flight, and it could very well be your own self. Okay, let's see what your other wing is. We have the Queen of Cups in reverse. So I remember this card coming out too, and it did fall on the ground in reverse. But I do want to mention that some of you guys, this could be the Queen of Cups upright. So you're going to have to, you know, apply your own intuition whether the Queen of Cups should be upright or if she should be reversed. So this is the difference between emotional support and emotional drainage, manipulation. This is also another indication of emotional unavailability. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. This is someone who has mastered emotion. So you guys could be dealing with an unhappy water sign this month. I am going to leave her in the reverse, okay? I don't mean to like keep turning her up. She's going to get seasick if I keep turning her upside down. But some of you guys are with people who are emotionally unavailable. But remember, this is coming up on your side. So there could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio on your side, even though they seem a bit unhappy, even though they seem a bit emotionally dissatisfied, just like you, Virgo. The main message I'm hearing, though, is that it's actually, I'm getting the same message here. Queen of Cups in reverse. She's also a woman who is emotionally unavailable. Okay? She's a bit emotionally drained. This could be, it could be on your side, you know, to kind of withhold your cup this month, Virgo. Your emotional healing energy. Maybe you're just kind of withholding a bit of your feelings, like you're not exactly quick in December to explain your emotion. And I feel like Virgo is a lot of the time that way, because you guys need time to analyze the emotion that you're feeling, which is why if you get into an argument or if something happens to you, if you notice, you really can't ever respond right away. And a lot of people think Virgo is cold because of that, or they think Virgo doesn't give a shit. But I've learned after being with a Virgo for so long that Virgo just needs time to logically assess the situation. They don't feel their emotions immediately. They feel in their mind first. And that's why you have the Ten of Swords. This is what pain feels like to Virgo. In their mind. Anxiety, these 10 different thoughts. I mean, don't even get me started about Virgo in the overthinking, because there is something here about overthinking a bit. But that is just part of the Virgo nature. You know, you guys are constantly processing information. Constantly. And that's why, you know, you guys experience mental anxiety sometimes, because it gets a little bit like information overload. Okay? And it can feel a bit like the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. For some of you, it is on your side, and it is in your best interest this month to decline a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, especially if they're contributing to this pain at all, especially if they are, you know, giving you any kind of anxiety. Maybe you guys are just really wanting to reflect in December. So these cups of love, these emotional people around you, all these people that are feeling emotional for the holidays, excuse me, Virgo is just like, you know, can I just be? Like, I'm going through way more than you can possibly understand right now, and I just need to kind of be alone. You could be detaching a bit from your emotion. Maybe you're turning your back on a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio who has been emotionally cold. Okay, there's a painful ending here with a water sign that is actually for your best interest, Virgo, in December, because I do see the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So this could be someone that you were married to, or maybe it's just, you know, emotion. But for some of you, this is a female Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio person. And, you know, there is a painful ending that happens in December. And one of your wings, maybe they used to be something that supported you, but there's a water sign that maybe is not supporting you as much anymore. They're still showing up on your side, so they're probably still in your life, but they have managed to reverse themselves. So either there is a very unhappy Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio in some of your guys' life, or this is you, Virgo, especially if you're a woman watching. You could definitely have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy in your chart, and you could just be feeling very emotionally dissatisfied. You know, and so if you're dissatisfied emotionally, you can't very well accept more emotion because you're already dissatisfied with what you have. So, you know, why allow even more to come in? Because that's just more emotion for you to analyze, Virgo. So that might be why you're not accepting this cup of love or emotion, because the Queen of Cups is here in reverse. So she means something. Somebody isn't being nurturing. Somebody isn't being very kind, or someone is literally emotionally unhappy. And I think that's you, Virgo. And I also think that's someone in your life that you're dealing with. I do see Virgo turning their back and reflecting on whatever is over here. And kind of letting this painful ending emotionally or with this water sign just kind of happen so that you can just grow and be wise. So that was pretty long there, Virgo, but this is your support. It is on your side. It's going to help you fly to kind of detach a bit emotionally this month, because there's a lot of pain going on here that you need to reflect on. And sometimes for an earth sign, emotion can further confuse that. Emotion does give this energy to Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn of ungrounding. Like, emotion naturally lifts you up into the spirit realm. And it's not that Virgo isn't spiritual, it's just that your feet are most comfortable on the ground, okay? In that earth, logical, practical energy. That's why earth signs are very spiritual, because you're able to feel very real emotion but stay on the ground. So you guys are like the physical embodiment of spirituality. Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio are just kind of floating and feeling everything, but unless we have very strong earth energy, we'll never make it a reality. You see what I mean? So hopefully this is making sense. Now we're going to move to the 4 corners of your life. So these are all different corners of your life in December, and we're going to see what's going on in all these different corners. So in one corner we have the Tower. In another corner we have the Queen of Wands. Third corner we have the Lovers in reverse. Okay, didn't see that. And then the last and final corner, we have the 9 of Wands. So interesting. We've got a lot going on, Virgo. No wonder you're the 10 of Swords this month. So, first corner. In one area of Virgo's life in December, everything is falling apart. Okay? Whether this is mentally, physically, emotionally. The Tower is something that we can't prepare for. It shocks us suddenly. It's something that was built on a false foundation that has to crumble down in the name of the universe. Because chances are, when the Tower comes in, we've had lots of chances to end this ourselves. Lots of chances to end this ourselves. But for some reason, you know, we don't. So the Tower comes in to help us out. So for some people, this is the ending to a job, the ending to a marriage or a relationship. For some people, this is like some kind of random change that happens. It shakes things up. Most certainly, it shakes things up. So in one corner of your life, there are things being shaken up, Virgo. The Tower is crumbling down. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe it's a job. But you're going to have to, you know, decide for yourself what area this Tower is happening in for you. This is the Tower in this deck. And it's definitely happening to you, Virgo, because you're right underneath the Tower, okay? It could be with a Pisces or a Taurus. Alright, it could be with a Aries, Sagittarius, Leo woman, because now we have a very attractive woman here. Maybe she has brown hair, I don't know. But this is the Queen of Wands. This could be your energy, Virgo, especially if you have Leo energy or Aries energy or Sagittarius. But there's a lot of people around this woman. So in another corner of your life, while everything, at the same time that everything is falling down and falling apart for you, we have this energy going on. This Aries, this Sagittarius, this Leo woman. And there's a lot of people. So in one corner of your life, there's this performance that you have to give. You speak, maybe you speak passionately in front of a lot of people. Maybe you're in the limelight. But this is a very attractive woman, whether it's you or someone you're dealing with, Virgo. So we definitely have a very fiery, passionate woman. So in one area of your life, it's like, I think you're even though there's certain things falling apart under the surface with you, you are reflecting on those things, and you're actually dealing with this tower all on your own. All on your own. There might be a cat. Some of you may have a cat or a pet that's with you, but other than that, you seem to be handling this in your solitude, which is just further shows your strength, Virgo. But at the same time, you know, you're still trying to stay powerful, stay empowered. You're still trying to remain attractive. Somebody has long brown hair in the situation. I always see that with this energy here. Her hair sticks out to me because she's just really pretty. So attraction coming up here. Maybe there's an attractive woman around, or maybe an attractive woman caused this tower moment. Maybe things are falling apart with an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But I think for most of you, this is just you staying in your power, still being a leader, still trying to execute your vision, because this woman is not somebody to fuck with. I mean, even her look, she is definitely an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo person, okay? So yeah, we do have that here going on in this corner. And then in another corner, at the same time that all this other stuff is going on, we have the Lovers that decided to reverse itself. I did not see this card. Excuse me. So this is a significant Gemini person, or a significant Gemini energy. I don't know if some of you guys have Gemini energy or not, but this is the Lovers. If it's not a Gemini who's very unhappy, this is a lover situation. Let's look at this right up. This is a beautiful card to have in the upright. So it's some kind of marriage. It's some kind of twin flame. It's a masculine, feminine, divine energy. It doesn't matter if it's same sex or not. All of us have these energies inside us. In the reverse, the Lovers in the reverse, you know, quite simply, it does speak about some kind of breakup. Some of you guys are single, okay, and really waiting on this beautiful sacred energy to come in. Some of you guys have went through breakups, separations with a fire sign, because I see the Tower, and it doesn't have to be with a fire sign, but for some of you, you're going to relate to that. But I see the Tower here, I see the Lovers in reverse, I see Virgo in the middle. So when the Tower and the Hermit and the Lovers in reverse, to me, that's like someone who's reflecting on an ending that happened in their relationship. Someone who's alone now and single because something fell apart. Someone moved out, you know what I'm saying? Someone no longer lives with a person. Something is falling apart here with Virgo and the Lovers. In your relationships, basically, Virgo. Something is falling apart. Now, this is Mars. The Tower is Mars energy. The Lovers is relationship energy. So please understand that you are going through very aggressive cycles in your relationship. So if there's any fights or battles, or if there's any aggressive energy coming in your relationships, turning your guys' some of you guys are still in this relationship, but your relationships are kind of upside down right now. And again, it could be with a Gemini. While all that's going on, we have the Battle card, the Nine of Wands. So defensive energy. You have every right to be defensive, Virgo. There's a strong indication of someone who's emotionally, I don't think you guys are being physical, not many of you at least are being physically defensive or like physically violent. For most of you, it's just happening and manifesting in your mental energy, your mind basically, and in your emotion. But the Nine of Wands is a card that talks about, you know, someone who's willing to fight. This is someone who's been through a lot, and we already know that you've been through a lot, Virgo, because you're hella wounded. Whether they're physical wounds, spiritual wounds, you've been through a lot, and there's pain. There's a lot here that needs to be healed. So I think starting January, since you're ending December like this, January is most likely going to be dedicated to a time of healing, okay? But yeah, the Nine of Wands, it's like, yeah, this is almost the Ten of Wands. So this battle has become almost a burden, and it's a cycle that also needs to be completed. You're completing a lot of cycles, Virgo, and you are most definitely ready to fight again. There could be a water sign you're fighting with, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, who is linked to this painful ending. I also see that the reason why Virgo is emotionally unavailable is because some of you just got out of relationships. Some of you just got out of very long-term relationships, possibly even marriages. So, you know, maybe there's a Gemini that you're not accepting love from anymore. Now, if you were dealing with a Gemini, please know that you guys are both ruled by Mercury. So that's interesting. Virgo, your video is so long. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I just see that someone's not accepting or offering a cup of love. Now, it is going to come from a very strange place in your life, somewhere where you least expect it. There is an element of surprise in your reading, Virgo. So let's check out the bottom of the deck. We have the Ace of Cups and the Judgment. So already I see that there is love coming back from your past, okay? Emotion coming back from your past. A new beginning with someone, a second opportunity, basically. Okay, we have the Judgment card, bottom of the deck. So your reading has a lot to do with something that's awakening. You may have thought it was dead, but it's not, Virgo. This may be a call that you need to answer in December, and it may be a call from somebody from your past, because this is awakening and resurrecting something for the second time, okay? A second opportunity. I feel that it has to do with love for some of you guys. This is Pluto energy, so it definitely was something you thought was dead and transformed, but it's just not quite dead, Virgo. We got people rising from the coffin here, okay? So something that's going to awaken you. Maybe this is a second opportunity with someone who travels, who lives a little bit far away from you. It might be the second opportunity to leave, okay? Because the Six of Swords is, I think some of you guys are leaving behind a second chance. Like somebody wants a second chance with you, Virgo, and you're just not having it. You know, like you remember all the pain they put you through. You remember how upside down the relationship felt. You know, this is about waiting for a very specific cup to come in. All right, so you know what you want, and you know, part of knowing what you want is knowing what you don't want. So it looks like Virgo is kind of sailing away from a second opportunity. Like, nah, no thanks, I don't want the second opportunity. I'm actually on my way to something that's far more emotionally stable. Thank you. We have emotionally unstable here, and this might have to do with some kind of competition at work. There is some kind of need to stand up for yourself in the future when it comes to your work. It could be a third party for some of you. It might be competition in a marriage or something like that. But it looks like you're leaving something behind, Virgo, for the second time. This is like a second chance to leave, okay? Or to travel. Excuse my fucking voice. Second opportunity to travel, but again, we have the Judgment and the Ace of Cups. So maybe this Ace of Cups is being resurrected. This is the same cup that's being offered here, Virgo. Okay, so it's like this cup has came to you a couple times. This is talking about a person, place, or thing that has offered you emotion more than once. It could be a male fire sign, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, who is talking to you, who is wanting back in. And you may work with this person, but look at this, Virgo. We have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. So when you complete something financially in December, there's going to be new opportunities coming in. And these new opportunities, I mean, look at that Earth. This is going to speak directly to you. You're going to know this energy. This could be in Capricorn season. Like, I see a lot of you really manifesting new beginnings and with money in yourself. You know, maybe it's around Christmas because we have all these gifts here. So, of course, Virgo, there is there's a worry here about money for Christmas. Some of you may get money for Christmas, but you know, a lot of gifts. So this is talking about finances during the holiday season. You know, this is about your stability, but I love seeing the 10 and the Ace because that is a completed cycle. There may be someone here who's pregnant. We have the 7 of Swords. Okay, I don't know what's going on here, but there's a sneaky Aries, Taurus, Libra woman. And, you know, I don't know, Virgo. This came up in the Leo reading, too. I don't know if someone snuck off and cheated and got someone pregnant or something like that. But I do see a pregnancy here. I mean, that woman is big pregnant. And it might not be someone who's pregnant. It may be somebody's mother. Okay, there could be a sneaky mother energy. Or maybe this is about a hidden agenda. Like somebody's lying about a pregnancy or... You'll have to let me know on this one, but someone is pregnant in the situation and it's linked to a very sneaky, cheating, lying energy. And you're going to ultimately, like this energy is going to put you at a crossroads, okay? But I love seeing the 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So this could be an offer from a fire sign boss, an Aries, Sagittarius, Leo that really, you know, initiates emotion in you, Virgo. but here is your underlying energy. You may have to leave person A to accept an offer from person B, okay? Because there looks like there's someone who it didn't work out with, and then someone who wants to come in, okay? So whether that's the same person or not, I'm not sure. But this is emotion from the past. This is a second opportunity at love. So very interesting. Very, very interesting reading, Virgo. Hopefully that helped and made sense. Before I end the reading, I did want to show you the surprise I have for you, Virgo. We got a visit from Spiritual Santa this month. So basically what I've done is I've put a tarot card in here, and this is going to be a metaphor, and it's going to represent where your gifts are coming from in December, okay? So let's see what the present is for Virgo. Virgo, we have a gift of allow love. So you have a gift of love coming in, and I would say that very, very profoundly, because this is also a gift of love. But some of you need to allow love. This is a card of someone who is not allowing love. This is a card of someone who is not allowing love. But trust me, Virgo, it's not your fault. I understand why you're not allowing this love to come in. So I'm going to read from the book, you guys, so that you can know more. This is page 11. Holy shit. Page 11. I kid you not. And you know what? That is the number of twin flames. Okay, so if there's a number 11, you guys can take a picture of this if you want to read it on your own. Allow love. And it's number 11. So I don't know if this is like twin flame, but look at this heart. You need to offer your heart and allow love in. So let's read here, Virgo. It says, sometimes it's difficult for indigo children to see that those around them, especially those in an authority role, actually do love them. When rules are imposed upon you, and when you face disciplinary action, and when the ones close to you get upset, you often feel rejected. It is your role as an indigo to question rules and to ask why. Virgo, why is very connected to you, okay? You are the why. Pisces is, maybe Virgo is how, I don't know, but why is coming up. You may be asking why in December, but be careful, because asking why can keep you here, okay? So, when situations seem unfair, this will never change. What? It says, it is your role as an indigo to question rules and to ask why. When situations seem unfair, this will never change. Wow. This card invites you to see that although some things feel unjust, people are only lovingly looking out for your best interests. In order for you to live and succeed in society, certain rules must always be followed. When the people in your life correct your behavior, sometimes it's because they love you and want the best for you. If you sit and meditate, you'll know whether this is true for you in your present situation. Your role in the world will be shown to you clearly. Your job now, Virgo, your job now is to make sure that you do what is asked in order to be a productive member of society, the same society that you are meant to recreate. So interesting reading there. I think there was a lot of Virgo advice in there for you. So allow love, Virgo. You are receiving a gift. Someone may gift you some kind of heart. There's just gifts of love. So that could be anything, Virgo. Flowers. That could be someone messaging you. But hopefully that helps. You guys have a very long video this month, but that's okay. You know, the messages come out. So I do want to end the video here and say thank you for watching. If you have any questions after watching, please comment below or contact me personally. And for those of you who are interested, I do have personal readings available. Year ahead readings, love readings, general guidance, all of that, those readings. So go ahead and hit me up if you want to talk more about the readings I offer. And other than that, I will talk to you guys on the winter solstice or the full moon in Cancer. And if I don't see you there, then I will talk to you in December. Bye, guys.